Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time, Bitcoin. Playing games with our heartstrings here. 86,950. Let's bring that music back down and let's get it going. Shout out to everybody here on this beautiful day. First thing we want to say is, dear Lord, thank you for waking us up on this beautiful, beautiful day. There's some people that didn't wake up, right? So blessings on blessings for the morning in which we've been given. And with that, gratitude follows everything. I will not waste your time today. We're going to fill your time with awesome information. We're going to teach you about the charts, teach you about inflation, teach you about why Bitcoin is important, and show you a history lesson in inflation. Shout out to all my beautiful souls here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. It's Wednesday, baby. Wednesday. Hit the like for the stream. Sometimes I used to forget to hit the like. It's happened to me, so I know it might happen to you. God bless everybody that does hit that like button. May God bless each and every one of you for being here. All right. So moving forward, what's up with Bitcoin? What am I doing? What's happening? Let's break it down. Let's look at the macro technical analysis for BTC. SWI. I had a little alert there on SWI, starting to get a little bit of a pump. So today we lost a 15-minute 200 MA. I told my students we cannot lose that. We dabbled with it. We were about to lose it. They bounced it. Made us think we were going to get the bounce. They got the people the long. And then they flushed the longs right back to the downside. And now we're below $87,000. Is this a big deal in the 4-hour? We're going to take a look at the bigger time frames. Bitcoin's got to get back above that 200 MA on the 50-minute sooner than later, in my humble opinion. But it is what it is, right? I get sweaty in the studio, and sometimes Sammy needs a fan to cool him down. It's hot. It's hot, baby. It's hot. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. It's a hot day here in sunny Florida. It's going to get up to, I think, about, 84, 85 degrees today. Yeah, 84, 85 the whole week. The heat is coming back to Florida. I'll tell you that. We had a nice winter, but man, it's going to get hot and humid. But the 68 degrees at night and 83 degrees during the day, that is like breathtaking weather. You can sleep with your window open, but you can go to the beach. I mean, you can't beat Sarasota, Florida, baby. 85, 86, 83 degrees for the next 5, 6, 7, 8 days. I mean, it's just sunny every single day. Beautiful, beautiful Florida, baby. Hey, I moved to Florida because why not? Let's take a look at the weekly and see what's happening to BTC. I'm going to give you a top-down analysis. We're going to end up with the local trade that I'm in, and we're going to find out what's going to happen for the day. First thing is first, all right? Bitcoin, the weekly. We get rid of the spaghetti for a second here. We double-click the chart to show you just the chart and the VRVP. We got a gap in the VRVP. We never let the low area. Seems like we could be bouncing back to the upside too as well. But first things first, is the weekly has hidden bullish divergence. I do have to come back here and show you the RSI. Hidden bullish divergence on the weekly, swinging down on the RSI while swinging up to price action. And then we pull the Fibonacci. And I know I do this every single day. The heck, I'm hitting Alt-F, but I guess it looks I'm hitting Alt-T because my hand, I couldn't see. And there you see that we're coming back down to the Fibonacci golden pocket. We rip from this wick up all the way to that wick. We have wicked back down to the 618.65 golden pocket. I told my students the last time I saw something of this nature was right here, where we did the hidden bullish divergence right there, and then from this impulse, I could see that we had wicked right to the 618 golden pocket. So I've seen this exact rodeo before. This ain't my first rodeo, all right? So that's why I was able to call the bounce. Now, the bounce could be real. The bounce could be fake. We don't know. I know nothing but the fact about ignorance. We could turn around, roll over, and end up back at 60K, 60. We could break 54,000. I'm open-minded that anything is possible. As a trader, I listen to Mark Douglas. Mark Douglas is an older trader than me. He tells me you gotta listen that anything is possible at any moment in time. Tomorrow we could have a black swan event, an alien invasion. The markets could implode. Anything could happen. You have to be open-minded to that. You are playing in a reckless environment. Again, some people are in the markets for years and they're like, but I put all my money in the S&P for 20 years. Again, it is risky, but it has played out for many over time. But you just have to let yourself know that there's no guarantees in anything, all right? And the second you understand that, you love uncomfortability. You live inside of uncomfortability. Successful people find uncomfortability, okay? That's how they find their way to win. Buying here, it's uncomfortable. It's not easy to buy when the fear is at 10. But if you train yourself to live in uncomfortable standards, to push yourself through when things aren't the best, then you're going to be able to buy 10. See, I've been training myself. I worked a night shift, right? People have ups and downs in my life, right? It wasn't always perfect. I almost lost my life a few times. I've been through some hardships. So when Bitcoin got to 10 and it felt bad and things didn't feel good, I knew that's when I had to push myself and make a big move. So I bought a whole Bitcoin in front of you guys. Now coming up on 2 weeks this Saturday. Shout out to the world. Shout out to my lifers. God bless everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in and appreciate each and every one of you for sharing your most precious asset, which is your time. So that is hidden bullish divergence on the weekly. And then we move to the 5-day, which this morning was bullish, but we closed this candle last night and we got a new candle now. Funny, it's 7 day. I was about to say that's not the 5. Yeah, the 5-day. 5-day is still a bullish. It closes tonight. I'd like to see that close nice and green. The 3-day candle starting to a tweezer top, starting to come to resistance. Hey, it could make some type of right shoulder here. We could take a shoulder ahead, and maybe we make some type of right shoulder here. Come back and retest 84,000 one more time. That is very possible for Bitcoin. Do we roll over? Could this be a bear flag? It very well could be. Trading is like playing chess. You do not know what the chess player across from you is going to do. Stop telling yourself you know what's going to happen. Oh, it's going to do this, then it's going to do that. No, it's not. It's going to do anything it wants to do at any moment in time. You have no clue what it's going to do. All you have is probabilities. I've been doing this for 20 years and I don't have a clue. I say I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance because I don't. Understand? All I have is the probabilities of what I've seen before and I play out them. They play out pretty dang well. The markets do repeat. They are rigged. All right? Someone has rigged the markets. They do the same thing over and over and over again. Understood. 100%. So this is somewhat bearish. The 3-day chart is at resistance. Clearly, anyone who knows support or resistance, I mean, you got to say that that's a resistance right there on the 3-day chart. The daily, same scenario here. Kind of, not able to get back above this level for whatever reason. 87.5 giving us some trouble on the daily time frame. Let's flip back on the moving averages. See, I'm all bullish when we get above the 200 MA on the daily. However, we may consolidate up here. We may go sideways for 4 or 5 days, reconnect with the 21-day moving average before we get a bigger move to the upside and then move out this gap back to $95,000. So I'm getting some mixed signals here for Bitcoin. If we lose the daily 200 MA, this is a bear flag that I would likely then short. I wouldn't short until we close a candle below the daily 200 MA. And then you can see the measured move of the short would be this flag. And that would, bang us further to the downside. The coolest thing about what I see happening right now is I love when we have these falling wedges, because when you breach this falling wedge, see, we had this resistance. When you breach that, you can't be bearish unless you go back below it. So if we're bearish, it's pretty simple, everybody. We'll go below the 200 MA on the daily. We'll end up below this trend line. Thank you, sweetie cake. I love you so much, sweetheart. And we'll go below the 200 MA, and we will dump all the way back down here. First we may double bottom at 78,000, but, so 74, 72,000 are still on the cards. It's still very possible that we see these lows. Don't start listening to the moon boys. Don't start listening to the people that said it's up only, because it's just not up only. Anything is possible at any moment in time. That's where I stand right now at the present. This is where I stand right now. No matter what I said last night, the day before, no matter where we are, the charts have changed. We're trading chess. The chess player has now done 4 different moves than he did yesterday, 2 days ago. Every time the chess player changes the move, we have to change the way we think about the chessboard. It's not the same chessboard every single day, every hour. Why do you think I'm obsessively updating? Why do you think I'm always here? Why do you think I don't take days off? Because my strategy allows, for me to win, I got to be paying heavy attention to the charts. All right? That's just how it is. It's hard work. It's not easy. So let's go back down now. So the daily could be making a flag to connect to the 21-day moving average. You can see the 50 coming back towards the 200 MA too, which is a death cross, which we could see on the daily time frame, which would not be the best. Let's go to the 22 and the 12-hour. I'm not here to candy coat things and tell you how great it is. I'm here to show you the possibilities. If we're bearish, I gotta show you. If we're bullish, I gotta show you. When the charts are bullish, I get bullish and people call me a moon boy. No, I'm just showing you the charts. When the charts are bearish, I get bearish and people call me a bear guy. I'm just showing you the charts. I'm not trying to pick a direction. I attempt to be as open-minded as I can. And that's why I tell you, I know nothing but the fact of my ignorance. I have no idea where Bitcoin's going to go. I'll tell you what, though, the 12 hours overbought. The RSI is pointing down and it's out of resistance. It does look like a bear flag to me that could dump to the downside. So I look at the daily. The daily doesn't look amazing. right now. You know, it was cool this morning. I wanted to see a bullish candle. We did not get it. And now here we are on the 4-hour time frame. Now the 4-hour was making basically what looked to me like a bull pennant, which break up 80s, 80, basically 68% of the time, and even more usually. But you could say, no, it's more of an ascending triangle. And ascending triangles are 50-50. They could go either way. But I was looking for this to move to the upside. I did long this. I am now underwater in a long at the present moment in time. I thought I was down way more. Yeah, okay, I got hit off. Well, one of my stop losses just got taken out for $200. All right. So I got 2 losses on the books here. Yesterday I lost 180. Here I lost $200, right? But that's how it is, man. I just got stopped out. It is what it is. Half the trade is still open. But man, I love the 4-hour. The 4-hour looked good to me. I've traded that so many times in my life. It has played out many, many times, so it's okay. I want to get stopped out when I see my model. I mean, a bull flag above the 200 MA with the 21 crossing, I've seen that play out 80 over 100 times, so it's rare we would have got this move. This move is rare right here. It's a strange, manipulated move, for sure. But it happened. It is what it is. They got everyone to go long, and they stop hunted. The sad thing is we don't have enough retail in the market, so there's not enough people. It's almost like trading the weekend. And look at all this liquidity to the downside. BOOKMAP does suggest that we're going to dump. I gave everybody a heads up because I told my entire trading group that if we were to lose the 50, 15, 200 MA, that we would likely dump to the downside. When I made my update this morning, I saw something that gave me, number one, this looked like we double topped at 88,000, right? And then see how this is starting to curve? See how the 200 is curving? I pointed this out in my morning update. I said that curve is not good because it tells me that this could curve down. And if the 200 is starting to curve, it means price action is going to curve down. And so that gave me some insight that we were likely going to get a move to the downside. So why didn't you get out of your long, Sam, and slip short immediately? Because I had stuck to my guns, man. My trade was my trade, and I stick to it. I don't flip-flop like that. You know what I'm saying? Had I just planned the short, then I would have taken the short. Then you can kind of see, look, a shoulder, a head, a right shoulder, and we lost the 200 MA there on the 15-minute time frame and got the dump to the downside. So sad times for me. My trade didn't play out for once. I come a loser on the live, which is what it is, right? It is what it is. It's the facts of life. I'm not going to win every time. If I'm a live stream trader, I'm just not going to win every time. That's the facts of life. I would like to, but I had to come to the realization about, I don't know, there was like 2 years ago where I won every trade for like a month. I felt like invincible at one point, and then I called something and it didn't go, and I was like I shook my head. I didn't believe it because I had hit so many calls. So it's true. I don't hit every call. I am not 100%. What I am is the most consistent guy you'll ever meet, though. And I'll own it every time I lose, and we'll go from there. So could we bounce? There's a good chance we could bounce from here. Possible double bottom off 86,399. Let's reassess the situation. The flag broke to the downside. They stop hunted us. It is what it is. It was a beautiful bull pennant. I mean, that's a bull pennant. I don't even consider that's a bull pennant. We haven't seen a bull pennant in a long time, right? Like such a sharp, beautiful trade. Very rare that doesn't break out. So it is what it is. They got us, right? They created a beautiful, beautiful bull pennant. And they got anyone that, again, those stop loss should be below these 2 wicks here, usually the beginning of the pattern. But they probably would have got us anyway there on the wick to the downside. So they stop hunted all the liquidity that attempted to long that, and that's okay. That's okay. And I was able to see what was going to happen because the 15-minute lost to 200 MA. And my stop was somewhere around here. I didn't have to ride it all the way to the downside, right? We are getting a wick back to the upside. Let's see if there's any support or anything holding us down here, any divergences. What's happening on the 1-minute time frame? 1 minute has a bit of a bullish divvy there. A pretty strong one. And could that give us the shoulder, head, right shoulder? Could it money print us back? Now we got a local resistance at 86,800 for Bitcoin. Hasn't been the fun Tuesday, Wednesday trading like usual, right? Like usually Tuesday, Wednesday, we get more liquidity, more action, more behavior. Price action's been a little skittish. And definitely we've seen some chop here. Now you're looking to this to make some type of inverted head and shoulder to get on out of here. Otherwise, it's going to make a bear flag. And that bear flag is going to continue further to the downside. Right now, you would have to assume we're going to continue to dump since we lost the 200 MA on the 15-minute time frame. Once you lose the 200 MA on the 15-minute, you're going likely to the 30-minute 200 MA, which is right where we're at right now. You see that? That could hold us down. There's a chance we could bounce off that and get vindicated here and come back inside the pattern and then rip up to a pump. If we lose the 30-day 200 MA, we go to the 45-minute 200 MA. You see how this works? If we lose the 45-minute 200 MA, we go to the 1-hour 200 MA. This is just how price action does it. And I'm just telling you. So your levels to watch, really, your next big level to watch, the macro area is about 85,000, right? Because you can see that's where we would come back to meet the 200-day moving average. All right. Blessings on blessings to be alive. Shout out to everybody here on the live stream. God bless you for being here, and thank you so much for being a lifer. Without each and every one of you showing up, we don't have a community. I have nothing. You guys brought me the world, you know. And I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you. You people are unbelievably amazing. I'm going to show up every single day without a day off. I'm going to push every single day, no matter what. And I'm going to find a way to keep us winning. And if we lose, we got to lose right, with a proper stop loss, not getting liquidated, not going all in, understanding that not everything is perfect. And, you know, you're not going to win. You're not going to win in anything in life every single day. No way. There's no way I'm going to win every trade. No way I'm going to win every stream. No way I'm going to hit it every single time. I expect greatness. I have high standards, but I have to come to realization that it's not always going to hit. I'm pissed right now. Don't get me wrong. Like, come on, man. How are you going to stop me out in front of the world? Make me lose. But it's okay. It's okay. Life is okay. All right. Someone said hidden bullish on the 2-hour time frame. You don't really skip. You don't skip these. So like that wouldn't, you know, I guess you could say there it is and it goes down. Slight hidden bullish could get us a bounce. It's very sloppy, choppy though. Like what kind of pattern is this now? It's making like something like this. I guess it could still bounce there and make us a flag, but it's, yeah, man, we were in such a beautiful flag with the 45-degree angle. Now it might even bearishly retest. So I see bearishness in the air for BTC. All right. A beautiful morning, Agent. Can you believe it? Wow. I know. Again, yeah. I'm funny. I read it exactly how you wrote it. I don't know. Because I don't know what people say. Sam, your time frame is not showing. God bless you. Yes, it is. It says 2 hours right there. I have no idea what you mean. So let's break down what's likely going to happen here for Bitcoin, right? We got to assess the situation and find out if there's some value to be had, or do we just let the market give us some more confirmation? Not every time is a moment to trade, just like not every time is a moment to surf. Trading's very similar to surfing. You surf what the waves give you. If there's good waves, we take them. If there's volatility in the market and we see a good volume, we take it. But if it's dry, sideways, tight, we sit on our hands, man. We wait for better propositions. This to me looks like a bear flag. I just, if I've ever seen a bear flag, that is a bear flag. I would not be surprised if somehow, some way we dump back down to 70,005. It could definitely happen. Very, very possible. Nasty resistance there at 87,000, 88K even with the wicks, So Bitcoin's got to get back above key levels. It's got to show some signs of life. The 4-hour cannot break the 200 MA. The daily has to stay above the 202 as well. The second the daily goes below that, I become a bear again. And I get very, very bearish on that because it's bearish. It is what it is. This is an M pattern as far as I'm concerned now. Just has a little bit of it. And this had an M inside of it there too. And so that has a measured move to the downside. Like so. It's all about the 4-hour 200 MA today. If you lose it, I become more of a bear. If we regain it, they were just stop hunting, and this was a bunch of nonsense. So there's a chance that we still win these trades. The 4-hour still wins, but it's just yikes, right? Stop loss below the 200 MA. You're still in play here for this to possibly still get back above. It could just turn into a wick, and we could be on our way in a couple hours. So, which is, most likely the way this market's been. But only time will tell. They got a bunch of liquidity at BOOKMAP wanting to liquidate everybody all the way down to 85,170 for BTC. So it looks like they want to liquidate us all the way down there and absolutely demolish us. Let me get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. It's the nicest thing you could do. Dear Lord, thank you for all the people that did give that like. I'm at a restaurant. You have to dig in your pocket, pull out your wallet, hand a tip sometimes. You could tip me. You don't even have to go in your wallet. You can literally just put your hand right on the mouse. It's just boom, boom, boom. It's It's the fastest karmatic reaction you can get. So hit that like button and let God serve you some good karma. Let the universe carry you with good energy and high frequency. Whenever you give to someone else, the universe decides to give back to you. So by giving to me, you get awesome returns. So hitting my like button is like the awesomest way to get good karma starting for your day. And it's so simple and easy. It's actually great because the efficiency per the behavior, man, you get so much feedback for the little tap. And I help a lot of people. So when you hit that like button and the algorithm feeds me and gets me around the world, you helped somebody else. Someone else learned how to trade. Someone else changed their lives. Someone else will write a testimonial that'll really get to my heartstrings. Look at this, this is amazing. So actually trading used to feel more like gambling, win some, lose some. I was stuck in that loop until I found this group. Just within a few days after I joined for the first time, I realized it was never about chasing signals. It was about structure, patience, true understanding. Sam teaches like a big brother, guiding every step and always tells it exactly how it is. I now approach the market with confidence instead of confusion. I'm no longer praying for luck, and I follow a model. And I'm following a model. That's really priceless, and it's rare to find a place where you grow both financially and mentally. I found that here. Thank you. When you hit the like button, you help more people write those types of testimonials, which change the way I feel about myself, change the way the world feels, and changes just basically, it puts good karma into the world, everyone. It's another happy person. So help me, help you, and help the world. Hit that like button every single day. I would greatly appreciate it. Bitcoin getting absolutely slaughtered here. Once it loses that 200 MA, I'm bearish. You got to look at this like an M pattern. They are just deciding to annihilate us to the downside here. No prisoners. No prisoners here for Bitcoin. And it's a slaughter. It's a slaughter on the morning. They created a beautiful bullish pattern. They kept you above the 200 MA. This is so rare, everyone. I backtest this for years. Very rare behavior when you get a bull flag above a 200 MA. I use this model day in and day out on multiple time frames. It plays out over and over again. I'm still almost I'm shocked. I'm like, you're gonna wick this off the 200 MA. I don't see you breaking it and dumping it because it's rare. I'm sticking to years of probability, which make me pretty stubborn. But today they may break those years of probability and do whatever they want. This bear flag could begin to break down. Top of the channel, bottom, top of the channel, bottom, top of the channel, bottom of the channel, right? You're inside a channel. When you hit the top, you must assume you're going to come back to the bottom of the channel. So Bitcoin at a standstill here, must bounce, doesn't look good. And we would come back down and test. You can see this key level here. See the point of control, 84,000. Looks like this high volume node, you'd have a little bit of, support down there when you hit this bottom trend line, 85.9. So those are areas we look for a possible bounce. So you got to wick off the 200 MA here on the 4-hour time frame like you're doing. See this? You got to bounce back inside the pattern. This would follow history if we bounce back inside the pattern and we end up breaking out in the next 12 hours. That would make far more sense to me than if we just take a skyrocket dump to the downside. However, anything is possible. BOOKMAP also told us it wanted to crush the lows, and it did. BOOKMAP's been spot on, man. It's like 90% accurate. When it has more red liquidity below us, we usually go down and take out that liquidity. When we have more liquidity above us, we go up and grab that liquidity. Bang, bang, bang. Exactly. GameStop pumping. Exactly, yeah. So here we go. Yeah. Wednesday is my favorite day for liquidity too, man. It's such a good day to trade. But, yesterday too, yesterday was good in the morning. And so let's take a look at the 1 minute and see what's happening here for Bitcoin. Yeah, to me, it looks like it is, kind of, it's attempting that. It's got bullish divvy. It pumped off the divergence, but couldn't get back above the previous supporter's resistance. See, like, you get the low, then you come up, you make your secondary low, you make the divergence. Then price actually comes and retests that divergence. When it does that, and it can't get back above it, that's red flag right there that we may not, we may be making a bigger bear flag here. You got to push. Now you have to get back above 86.8 to remain bullish. I'll tell you what, it doesn't look amazing. If we are bullish, somehow we will break out. We will bounce here. We'll bounce there. We'll get above the 200 MA. We'll get above this point of control. Then we will go for the 5-minute Tutoring. We'll get above that. All right. And we'll continue to the upside, and that's how we'll reverse. Some type of V-shaped recovery here, maybe something like that. Shoulder, head, right shoulder, and we will power right back off the 4-hour Tutoring. If we lose this and this starts to bear flag, we now know that the 4 hours losing the Tutoring as well, and we can, in our minds, we can subconsciously see how the 4 hours moving, and then we will go to 85,800. This looks most likely, this looks like a bear flag that wants to dump on you. Faked out, got resistance at the previous support. That's an SR flip bearishly, just like an SR flip bullishly. And this flag could definitely dump to the downside. If we lose the 4-hour Tutoring, it could be a good place to short the market. I've been longing mostly and just waiting for longs and not shorting as much. I used to short and long when we were in a lot of chop. Once the market started to since we've been bouncing off the bottom there at 76,000, think about it, we've been on an uptrend since 76,000. So I've been longing only because I long uptrends, I short downtrends. It's been hard for me to open shorts recently, even though that was a nice short, but I just wait. I'd rather wait, hold my long, underwater and get back up, or just wait and, catch a long. Like, for instance, I know there could be a good long when the 5-minute crosses the Tutoring. It might be 5 hours from now. It might be 10 hours from now. It doesn't matter. I will be able to see it because I'll watch the price every hour. And once we get up here, I'll see we're coming, and then I'll see my signal. Looks like there's a death cross happening on the 5-minute, which is also a bearish sign. See the 50 crossing the Tutoring? That doesn't smell great, right? That could spell some disaster here. So for me, when the market's this choppy, I used to trade the 1 minute a lot. I wait now because we have less volume for the 5-minute signal to cross the Tutoring. If we cross the 5-minute Tutoring, that's when I would get back into longs. Right now, I consider us going to the downside. I have to say it's more likely that you're going to get a dump here in the next, hour to half an hour. And this is kind of the stop right there. It's a 3-to-1 risk reward ratio. Stop loss somewhere above 86,941, right? Take profit at 85,009. This looks like the most likely scenario at the present moment, that you will get a dump out of this bear flag to the downside, all right? Sad to say, but this looks like what's going to happen. We're going to dump down to about 85.9. That's what I see happening right now on the present moment. We had good bullish divvy, but the bullish divergence couldn't get you back above the beginning of how the divergence started at resistance there. As I told you, I would only long if we break through this VRVP gap right here and I get above the 5-minute Tutoring. Other than that, we must consider that we are going further to the downside for Bitcoin and be diligent about the fact that this is probably going to dump on us. Facts, all right? So it is what it is here for BTC. And this is what I see. I see likely downward price action here headed for Bitcoin. So does that mean it's going to happen for sure? No, I could be wrong I could be completely wrong here. It could reverse and start to pump so fast. But I'm usually pretty accurate because I do this every day, but who knows? You never know. It looks like a bear flag to me, breaking down to 85,900 as far as I'm concerned. Golden pocket at 86. Lots of longs opened up with liquidity at 86,000. Yeah. Thank goodness I took profits. Do you have BOOKMAP for CME? BTC1 would be interesting to see. I was seeing an ascending triangle the 4-hour and looks like we're testing the bottom of the trend line. If this dumps, it's a nasty bull trap. Yes, it is. They trapped you above the daily Tutoring there and then created a trap on Wednesday liquidity, right? I mean, you can kind of see there's even a diamond here. Bit of a diamond inside of price action, right? Looks like a diamond to me. Came in from the top. You can almost say it came in from the bottom. I don't know, but it does look like a... I see a dump happening here for Bitcoin. I could be wrong. Could you know... And we got liquidations down to 80,000. We know there's people even way down here in the 70s. There's still all these people that longed here. 67,000, 66.9 now. I haven't seen liquidations at 66, and now I do. So whenever I see that, it tells me, man, be careful. So our hope, you bulls pray that that's a higher low right there. You're going to bounce and get back to that 200 MA on the 1 minute time frame. Then I can flip the long on the 5 and we can call this reversal. But to me, this looks like that's an M pattern to me. I mean, that looks like an M. Break to the downside, right? I just call it how it is. The shapes tell me what's going to happen, and the shapes are there. It is what it is for Bitcoin. It is what it is for Bitcoin. Careful with the 1 minute flag, 5 minute oversold. Wait for confirmation. I love that. Yeah. Come on, Bitcoin. You could do it. Sammy accidentally sold all my S&P stock yesterday. Oh, no. Accidentally. Instead of telling stock, I sold Max. Hey, well, I guess that's what the point was, man. You know, I guess that's what God had planned for you, bro. It is what it is now. Now you just got to deal with the reality of what happened. Either buy back and call it a day, you know, or go from there. I don't know what to tell you. Thank you for the haircut. That's so nice of you to compliment my haircut. God bless you. You didn't have to do that, but you did. Yes, this looks like you're going to dump, and dump hard. We will. To the downside for Bitcoin, and this is whack because it was starting to look somewhat bullish here. And again, it's only a small time frame. It's not over yet, but the 4-hour lose of the 200 MA is bear city to me. You lose that 200 MA. I mean, we wick to it there. Oof. It's getting awfully close now. Do we double bottom? Craziness. What a beautiful pattern that we were in. It's so weird, man. They manipulated me for sure, but it is what it's, you know what, it's okay. If you've been in the market 30, 20 years and you've traded this pattern hundreds of times and you made more money than you lost, and you trade it and you lose. It's okay. It's just one of the lost ones. It's all right. You can't stress yourself. You can't get in your head too much like that. You got to let it slide. It's just one trade. It's not every trade, you know. I called the short, man. The short is dumping to the downside. The entry was there at 86.6. You're already up $200 to the short. See where this puppy goes. That's an M pattern. That's dumping on you. Sayonara, senorita. Right? I see that going down to 85,900, 85,888. Crypto takes a week to get back to good vibes. In 5 minutes, it changes sentiment to 66K. Anything could happen, man. Only gamble what you're willing to give the house 100%. Yeah. Shoulder, head, and shoulder on the 4-hour to the downside. Someone says it's not who you know. It's not what you know, it's who you know. I disagree. I started this channel by myself. I didn't have to know anybody. That's what I love about YouTube, man, is I went every single day. I didn't need a connection. I didn't need anyone to do, you know. Some people hooked me up. Some people put me on their channel. There was a few a few awesome little hook me ups there. That's a bullish divvy right there, though, I'll tell you that. That's a strong bullish divergence. See that? That could give us our bounce now. Remember, the 4-hour did not lose the 200 MA. So you can't be overly bearish until we do that. Could we get the reversal? I didn't open up a short, right? You saw me. I'm not in a short right now. I'm sitting on my hands right now. I don't like to trade right after I got stopped out. I like to kind of sit there. All right. 4-hour rising wedge is a down target of 78,000. Yeah. But people that's what I love about starting a YouTube channel, starting your own business, grinding every single day for something that you love. Like you use hustle to you hustle into fruition. Like no one can take it from you. I teach everybody about discipline, man. Create a strong life full of discipline. No one can take your discipline from you. I worked out today to the point where I sweated out of control. The shirt is all wet right there. It's covered in sweat. This shirt. Right? It represents my workout, man. This thing is gross, bro. Like it's literally drenched. It's drenched. You can it's so wet. It's wet to the brim, dude. The whole shirt is wet. The entire shirt. That's how much I sweated during my workout. Like the whole thing is, oh God. Man. It smells like cleaning stuff. I guess, I fast a lot. I don't have a lot of toxins in me. Anyway, the point is you push yourself every single day. Today's Jim Rohn talk that I put out, right? I sit there and listen to Jim Rohn every morning, and I put out what I listen to you guys. I used to keep it to myself and say, hey, why don't I share it with the group? This is what I'm doing every day. This is how I became a multimillionaire. This is how I can help them change their lives and do what's awesome, right? So it's all about your mentality. I teach you about mentality every single day. Push yourself to become great. Have high standards. He says you'll put up with whatever you're willing to tolerate. Your life will be whatever you're willing to tolerate. If you have low standards, like, you know, you're cool with people hanging out that don't care about you fully, aren't really that ambitious, and don't have a lot of plans in life. If those are your friends, then it's likely they're going to rub off on you. Who you hang out with rubs off on you. You show up to this channel every day and you talk about mental fortitude, you talk about discipline. That's going to rub off on you. You're going to be more disciplined and you're going to have more mental fortitude. You see me show up every day, that's going to help you show up for everything you're showing up for in life. If you become part of a tribe where everyone is pushing for the same ideals and goals, it'll only help you. My trading group is a place to find high frequency individuals that'll connect you to your goals, that'll help you find where you want to go in life, that'll push you to your limit. You can do this. You can become a multimillionaire from where you are. You could become the first person in your family tree to literally change it all. It's up to you, though. You have to make the decision to want it. All right? You have to make the decision to want it, and you got to own it. You are in control of everything that happened to your life, whether it was good or bad. It was your fault. No, it wasn't. It was because this happened. My dad used to... No. Everyone blames outside influences on why they're not where they want to be in life. That's not going to get you the results that you're looking for. If you want to be great, if you want to be remembered, if you want to have that house on the beach, if you want to be in the top 1%, which is going to be very, very hard to do, you're going to have to work harder than 99% of people. Think about it. To be in the top 1%, you have to work harder than 99% of the world. 99% of the world works 5 days a week. They do not work the weekends. So if you want to be in the top 1%, start working the weekends. I've worked the weekends for 4 years straight of my life, 5 years really. Not one weekend off. And I'm not crying about it. I love it. I'm so super excited about that work ethic. But if you want work ethic, if you want a changed life, you're going to have to work for it every single day. It's not going to come free. So look at this thing. This is an inverted head and shoulder. Remember, the 4-hour did not break the Tutoring. You cannot get overly bearish until that happens. Right now, it's actually a good place. That could be a beautiful long. You long that like a risky, high risk, like legend. And again, I don't want to push anybody because I'm not a financial advisor, but longing bounces off the Tutoring can be some of the greatest, because if it loses the Tutoring and dumps, you get stopped out for a small amount. And if it bounces, you caught the absolute bottom. And Tutoring bounces are key. You could catch the absolute bottom here. All right. I'm catching the positive frequency for sure. The politically done change the structures of society, not anybody's mistake. Yeah. No, see, that's wrong. See what this said? That's just, you know, the political doesn't change the structure of society, not all anybody's mistake. We're all just subject to that. Untrue. You can go into nature, you can ground, you can ask yourself, who am I? What am I? Why am I? You can say, oh, I'm this of this political party for these reasons. Why? Why do I associate with this? Where is my identity? Who am I? Go into nature. After 2 hours in nature, you'll start to filter out who you really are and who you've been influenced to become. The world is influencing you to become somebody, right? Think about it. If they want, right now I'm influencing you to become a trader, right? I'm an influencer. Let's just be honest, you know. And I'd like to see you change your life as a trader because I did. So I believe that's a good prerogative because it worked for me. So I believe it will work for you. Now, maybe it won't. Maybe me and you are different. I don't know, but I believe I've taken all walks of life and helped them. You see what I'm saying? So here's the deal. Bitcoin is bearish. It lost sorry. Just if you're new, I want to just, new people are bouncing in right now. I can see the algorithm kind of bouncing up and we're getting a surge of people here for a second. The like button is starting to just fire off. Wow. Thank you so much, everyone. 678 people on that like. You people are unbelievable. That's like a record at 1052. So that's one of the biggest like surges we've ever had at 1050. God, you people, dear Lord, thank you so much for all the beautiful people that hit that like button. So nice. The karma for them is great. And I'm so thankful, dear Lord. Thank you. Hey, I started this channel. 3 people used to come to it. I used to get 1 or 2 likes if I was lucky. 1 or 2 likes, literally. I just followed my heart. I got disciplined and somehow, some way I got myself a channel here. I don't even know how. I stay so blessed. I'm so excited. So Bitcoin getting a beautiful bounce off the Tutoring on the 4-hour time frame. There's still a chance we win this trade. There's still a chance we wick back inside. Right? We close inside here. This gets tight. And, you know, by tonight, we are booming. And everyone said, you were scared. No, you were scared. No, you were scared. Right? And you got nation states buying Bitcoin. You got all the states in America getting ready to buy Bitcoin, like lining up. Like it just doesn't, you know what I mean? Again, we're, into the news and all that. So don't get too discouraged. We did have a good bullish divvy here. See, we broke that resistance. This is a good sign, everybody. That's why I don't go hard on the 1 minute, because the same thing will basically get recreated in the 5 minute. And we'll have the confidence that it happened on the 1 minute already. If you do it on the 1 minute, well, you can do it on the 30-second. And then have the confidence. But like the 30-second will break the 200 MA. Then the 1 minute breaks the 200 MA. You see? But first sign is you have to break this resistance in the divergence. And you did that. So far, so good for Bitcoin. You're getting a bounce off the divvy. You can see even this had some divergence here. There was a divvy there too, and that marks somewhat of a double bottom. 1, 2 for BTC. And now if you're really bullish, you're basically going for the 21-day moving average to touch the price action. I don't know why it's the 21, but it is. I backtested it for years. You'll make this flag, you'll pump up to the 200 MA, get rejected, come back to the 21 again. So this is how bullishness works. Like you make a flag, the 21 touches price, you'll pump up. You'll get rejected usually by the 200, but the 21 will be here. You'll make another flag. You'll pump up. This time you'll cross the 200. You'll have to come back. The 21 will come, and then this is the golden ticket right here. If you can flag above the 200 when the 21 crosses, that is the high probability trade with the big short squeeze. There's money here, don't get me wrong. It's just way riskier. I've seen them just fake out and break it out here. They can still bear flag this and dump it on you. When you get above the 1 minute 200 MA, the odds are the bots kick in, because a bunch of people have programmed their bots to buy above that, and the bots just take over, and the shorts get squeezed, and we usually 9 out of 10 times, it's violent. It's violent. And so I figured out this violent move, and I traded over and over again. So I'll be waiting to see if that happens, and if my model plays out, I'll take it. If it doesn't, I'll walk away. Wait for my model again. Eventually, even if they keep dumping this, the model will play out at one point. You understand? I figured out a model that plays out every day. I just got to stock it until I see it. Nothing's perfect in trading, but that's the closest thing I could find to freaking nailing it consistently is my 21-200 MA strategy. Like, and if you join my trading group, you stick with me every day, you'll learn it, and you'll get to know the sauce. You'll be able to teach it to others, and you'll have it. You'll have it in your Rolodex. You'll be ready to rock. Yeah, this is sloppy behavior. I mean, you got to say this is a bear flag, right? Now you just couldn't really get back above that resistance. Mixed signals. Some days I'll show up and you'll see me live stream and I'll nail a live trade because I can see exactly what's happening. We're above the 200 MA, my signal's booming. If I don't see my model, I'm not trading. I'm not over trading. There's no point. I don't need to impress anybody and force a trade. I would love to force a trade, but I don't need to impress anybody. I do see this is like a cup and handle there. See, there's the flag. And I'm waiting for the 1 minute time frame that can change at any second to give us information. So either you're going to go sideways and dump, or this flag will get you back to 87,300. The model showed a short at 8:15. Yeah, it probably did. Yep. Yeah, because at 5, you lie exactly right there. There's my model short. The 5 minute loss to 200 MA right there. And that was a short for sure. Yep. I chose to trade the 4-hour time frame. Understand? Some days, and that's another thing. Trading is like being a quarterback. All right. When your first couple of years, you have one receiver that does a nice route, and you throw it to the flag, right? As you get better and better, you get on a better team, and coaches get you better receivers and better people. You get more tools, man. You have a guy that can do the quick comeback. You have the guy that can outrun the guy for the long bomb. All right? You've got the double X's where they both cross, and you pick which guy runs out the side of the, boom. So what am I talking about? Football, if we're trading here, what the heck is going on? I'm talking about having different skills in trading, like you have different, those are different options for the quarterback, right? You're the quarterback in trading, and you have all these different plays that you could put on. Which play are you going to play? I could have shorted the 1 minute, the 5 minute today, but I decided to long the 4 hour. You see? There's different skills for different time frames. This looks somewhat bullish to me. That's a cup and handle. See, there's the cup and there's the handle. Come on, Bitcoin. Let's bottom here at 86,005. Let's get a move to the upside. Remember, I bought a whole Bitcoin at 84,000. My life is on the line here. We go down to 50K, 60K. I'm the laughing stock of the internet, right? The guy who bought $84,000 Bitcoin. What a clown. What a clown, right? Possible, right? Or do we flip it and do we prevail? Do I sell right now for $2,700 and call it a win? I could do that, right? Heck, I bought some at 81,002. That's up $5,000, right? Good morning, Sam. Have a great day. Love you, brother. Blessings to all the lifers and the Price family. Shout out to Rudy007. Thank you for the $9.99 super chat. You didn't have to give, but you did. And look at the balls in the jar, man. Thank you so much for the love. We appreciate you, and we love you, and we thank you. Oh, I got the alert box. I got to get the alert box back. Yeah, there it is. Funny, you was scared. No, you was scared. So mixed signals. The second it looks like it's going to pump, we flip it. I'll tell you what, I'm supporting resistance. That you got to get back above that to be bullish. 86.8. I am not in a trade right now. I'm just observing price action. I don't feel the need to trade at the moment. Good morning, Sam. Honestly, I ran this stream without trading for a long, long time. Just giving you guys the sauce for a long time. I just love, you know what? I love the adrenaline rush of the scalp trade, though. You see, like, I can't get enough. I do. I'm a thrill seeker. If I wasn't, I wouldn't be in Bitcoin. You know, I mean, let's be honest. I would definitely take a boat to the new world. You know what I'm saying? That's a little bull flag to the upside. Looks like it definitely will pump back and get some love here. Do we try a high-risk scalp? Shout out to anyone that wants to trade on BITUNIX. We're doing an awesome campaign on BITUNIX today. If you want to jump on into BITUNIX and hit my link, which is in the comment section here, the pinned comment, all right, for BITUNIX. And what we're doing for BITUNIX is we have this cool, you know, you get a little back for what you're doing. So check it out. If you deposit $100 and trade once, get $20. If you deposit $500, trade once, get $50. If you deposit $1,000 and trade once, get $200 in VIP for a month. If you reach 100K in trading volume within a week, get $15. 500 within a week, get 75. 1 million within a week, get 150, and 5 million within a week, get $600. And if we can get this all the way up to $500 million, all right, on the trading, or to 500 million in trading volume, right? The prize pool will increase to $20,000 and a Rolex. I'd love to see someone in my lifer community win that Rolex. It would be pretty awesome. All right. Bang, bang, bang. Also, if you're a Weeks guy, and you're rocking with me, all right, we're running a competition on Weeks. Yes, we are. All right. It's pretty awesome. Let me show you what's happening. I want to see if our community can whip all the other communities in the game. All right. If we can be the best community that's out there. And let's see if we can win it, man. We got a lot of traders. You guys are awesome, active as heck. Hit the QR code to sign up to the Weeks event right there and become a crypto lifer on the Weeks team. And it starts on the 28th. So you got to be registered. We got 2 days before the event to get situated, to get ready. Look at BITUNIX. I opened up the trade quickly, was able to move the stop loss down and then take profit up so fast and furiously. Nice and easy. You see that? I just wanted to show you how swift and easy it is to use BITUNIX. I really like it. I haven't seen this feature on the other exchanges. It's really nice that you can do this. They should have put this into MEXC and Weeks. Really, I mean, it's beautifully, and it's competitive. It's amazing. It's hot. We just opened up a long here, seeing if we can get a long scalp back up to 87,250, out the bull flag to the upside. So far, getting a little bit of a move to the upside. And if you had a lot of money in there, if I was scalping hundreds of thousands of K, I would move that stop loss to break even as soon as I can, like right there. Now you can't lose the trade. And that's how I would scale big money. Like when you put big money in the trade, because now you're already up $500, $600, $700 in literally under a couple of minutes. You got to put the stop loss right there, because it goes down even there. You're down 2,000, 3,000. You know, it could change in a heartbeat. So always be diligent. Always be careful. Paying attention here, right? But that's BITUNIX. I love the experience here. Let's see if that trade plays out. First live trade on the stream. We'll go from there. All right. So coverage, look at, and this flag did break back to the upside. Bit of a sloppy cup and handle. Shoulder. Let me show you here. Shoulder. Head, right shoulder. Inverted head and shoulder back to the upside. Measured move would be the length of this flag, of this side. We'd put it to the neckline, and it suggests that we are going to bounce up to the 200 here for BTC. We may have caught the daily bottom right there at 84,600, 86,400. Wow, I was dyslexic there. At 86,400, and the double bottom. We just double bottom there on the 1 minute time frame. The 1 minute is the sauce. Sometimes it can tell you exactly where you're going to bottom. But, you know, what about BOOKMAP? Isn't BOOKMAP going to go lower and liquidate us to 67,000? Anything is possible, but it's not a guarantee, folks. Anything is possible, but it's not a guarantee. So people come to my channel because when Bitcoin starts to dump, they're full of emotions. They don't know what's happening. They are watching the 4 hour, the 1 hour, and they're watching red candles. They don't realize that you can zoom into the 1 minute and get some really good data out of what's happening. So I'm teaching you that the small time frames have a lot of information to give you, and they can really help you and propel you. But the sad thing is, a lot of people were told that those small time frames are just noise. You know what it is? Mentors are afraid that people will try to trade the small time frames and do really bad on them and get chewed up. So they try to tell students to stay away from them. But then sadly, they don't get a lot of the insight that's needed. Look, this is still a bear flag. You bet you've been flip-flopping, Sam. I'm not. You have to remember, we lost the flag on the 4 hour time frame. Things don't look amazing today, right? The bulls got to step up and show us. Like, we got to get above the 200 MA or we are bearish. We could get a little bit of a pump, but that looks like a bear flag to me that could come further to the downside. And they're toying with price action. They want to see how many people are going to go short or long before they decide to flip the script on us. Amen, right? And then BOOKMAP suggesting a massive liquidation back down to 85,200 is just on the way. Most bullish, presidency we've ever had. All they talk about is how much more Bitcoin they're going to buy. And the price doesn't pump. Something odd is going on. I opened up the long here. Let's see if we can get the win for the long. They did not stop me out, even though it got very close to break even there. Pretty crazy. I like idea. It's in a beautiful ascending triangle. It's got a small market cap. I don't own any of this coin. It doesn't matter to me. But this thing looks like it's going to moon. It's touching the 21. It had a golden cross. It's above the 200 MA. And it's the 2 hour time frame with oversold stochastics. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing did go up 27% in gains. ID. I also looked at Phantom this morning. Beautiful pump, but it follows Bitcoin like a freaking twin. Whatever Bitcoin does, it does for whatever reason, unlike the other coin I just showed you. So this went up, it came right back down, right? And then it got a bounce again. It's going to follow whatever Bitcoin does today. It's a copycat trader. I like that song, but I like the instrumental version better. So look at this. Would you look at this now? Would you look at that? You got a bit of an ascending triangle. I mean, that looks nice. An ascending triangle ready to bounce to the upside. Come on, baby. Show us that love. Back to the 200 MA on the 1 minute. Let's get the bounce here. The 21-day moving average. Everything coming into play. The cup with the little handle. Shout out to the new addition for my buddy. We love you. Bang, bang, bang. The stork has arrived. Blessings on blessings to everybody in the world that had a baby today, man. So many babies were born around the world today. God is creating. God is creating, man, all the time. And so many beautiful humans are getting born every day. What a blessing. All the Aries that were born today. Aries babies. Oh, no, that's not laughter. That's just a... Yeah, here we go. Wait. There we go. Clap for the Aries babies out there today. God bless all the Aries bambinos. Did I really lose my pocket square? It fell out? It's never happened to me. How'd my pocket square fall out? That's absolutely insanity. Guys, you want to see a cool way to do a pocket square? Take the hand, put a circle, hold it, right? Bang. Push through the circle with the finger, all right? Turn. Grab this hand. Create the rosebud inside of the pocket square. Flip the bottom like this. Turn it. Stuff it. You've got yourself a pro pocket square just done excellently in a way that most people have no clue how you did it. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. Appreciate each and every one of you for jumping on in and sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. This is a nice little scalp trade right there. That looks like it may play out. I think I'm going to jump on weeks and add to the trading competition here and throw some weight around. Let's take a look here. This one might be good for to get us ready. To get us ready. Mixed signals on the small time frames. You'll trade for so long, and if you trade the small time frames like I did for years, you'll just know when it feels better to open up a trade. Your subconscious mind and everything, it all click, and then you'll be like, yeah. See, look, this is like almost the same ascending triangle. The 4-hour just broke down on us. BITUNIX got stopped out. I just heard it. That was just a crazy scalp. So if it didn't work out, so be it. See, I go after big money scalps. They don't work out, get kicked off quickly. This looks bearish, man. That looks bearish to me. Price action sketch. Yeah. And that's going to happen to you. Like if you don't go through days where to be honest, not even that sketchy. It's bearish, man. Like that's a bear flag. They're trying to stop the pain. They're trying to figure out how many people are going long and short right now. They still don't know what they're going to do. You have to understand that. The market's figuring out what it wants to do to the liquidity. I used to think they knew. Then no one knows until it's time to go. And that's kind of how I'm watching. That's how I watch price action all the time. Like it's crazy. Slight higher low in the set. Low, higher high, higher low, slightly. It could go either way right now, technically. That's why I wait for the 1 hour to break the 200 MAs, because that gives me confirmation. You know, that change, I don't have to deal with. See, I used to deal with this. I used to trade this and get chopped up so much, man. And I learned not to trade it. I don't trade this no more. I just don't, right? I would have traded this loss of the 200 MA on the 1 minute and then taken profits somewhere here, here, or here and been done. That's my model, man. I don't do this stuff. This is the open. This is where it just, you know. Now, if the 4 hour loses the 200 MA, then we can do the bigger trade with a stop on the other side. The 4 hour has yet to lose the 200 MA. It's still technically wicking off. Still technically could wick back inside this pattern. We could still break out later on today at 8 hours. So that it's all on the table here. So right now I'm still at a standstill because there's still a chance that I could long that 4 hour. There's still a chance that this 1 hour gets a bounce. There's still a chance that the divergence kicks in. These higher lows give us a move on out of here. And this double bottom is respected on the daily. Starting to see more of a shoulder, head, right shoulder vibe though. That doesn't look amazing. And again, I wish I was someone that could say, hey, this is what's going to happen. But nobody knows. There is like a 2 to 3 week period where I would just, every time I open up the charts, they're doing something my subconscious mind has recognized and I'm able to nail it. I wish that was every single day. It's about 90% of the time. That's why when I can't do it, I'm always like, just show me something that I can work with here, you know? But it's okay. These are the facts of life. There's the falling wedge there. Back to the upside again, right? Look. Falling wedges break up 68% of the time. You keep going in compartmentalizing probabilities. Smaller than bigger, bigger than smaller. We know now for sure Like Bitcoin's got to break above this resistance right there, 87.2, and it's got to get above 87K. So like 87K, please, and then we go from there. Right. And it is Wednesday, but you can feel like the volume, it doesn't feel as hefty as a Wednesday. It just doesn't feel the same. It feels more like a Monday, right? Or even a Friday. Like it's got this like iffy way about it today. Doesn't feel strong. Almost put this in a symmetrical triangle. These mainly break to the downside. Measured move would be here, right? These are 50-50 patterns, but they mainly dump. Hey, what I'm saying now? Spread the love, man, every single day of your life. People need your love. See, this is why you need to become a positive person. There's a lot of negativity in the world, for sure. And so every time we fall into that pattern, we add to the negativity. When we yell at someone that, you know, cuts us off, when we roll our window down and say, which people don't do in Florida because everybody is strapped here. Nobody flips anybody off. See, up in state, in New York City, Boston, everyone's flipping each other off, putting their hands out the window. I tell you, man, I don't go on people's property in Florida. I am very wary that people are very well armed here in Florida, and I don't do the same things. Like in Boston, like I might go on like a little, like go through a farm and like maybe go through someone's, like, you know, maybe go through a meadow or something. I don't do any of that here in Florida, man. Nah, I stay away. If I see a gate, I stay away. I learn I didn't have to learn my lesson, but I know I don't want to learn my lesson. Like I already know, like, you know, Strap City, baby. So that's like a head and shoulder pattern too. I got mixed signals, I'll tell you what, but it is a bear flag. And if we lose that 4 hour to it in May, I'm going to get very bearish. Yeah, like I am going to become more bearish. We have a huge set of liquidity down there too. Just like when we have a bunch of liquidity above us, it's telling us, I'm going to come get you at 85 too. Yeah, you sit pretty, but we'll come get you. Right now, Bitcoin at a standstill. Just look at these 1 minute candles. Boom, 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 boom. But it's not able to get back above a high. That's a shoulder, head, right shoulder. That looks like it's going to take us down a bit there. I don't have, the probability to pull the trigger right now. I like to look good in front of you guys, and I like to win. So I like to take trades that have a high probability win rate. I don't see it right now. I'm not getting my model, and I'm not getting a probability that I like to trade. So I got to sit tight. I don't like to sit tight because when I trade, everybody trades. More volume, more movement. It's just better for everything, my business and everything. But I got to be honest. I mean, that's a head and shoulders. See that? Yeah, no trade for me right now. I just don't see it. If anything, I guess it would have to be a short with a stop loss above $87,000 because that's your resistance now. You now have resistance at 87,000. So you could get into a short with a stop at 87K. You're likely to dump down to 86,100. Every time I say that, they flip a green candle right back the other way. See? But it is pretty bearish. And you'd have to start assuming that the 4 hour is going to lose the 200 MA. And look, that's a bear flag for sure. That's a bear flag. I mean, you lost the falling wedge bottom. That could have bounced off the fall. That should have bounced. It did not. Who's in the gain right now? What are you doing? Are you shorting or are you long? And Sam, what's the scoop on XRP Private Ledger showing XRP? I don't know, man. I don't get into that stuff. Without dry powder, available money, you end up very fast situation to get liquidated and sell your assets for cheap before that. Yeah, exactly. Monday is like Tuesday. Tuesday is like Monday. Wednesday now like Monday. I know, right? Sam is the type of guy to surf while playing chess, while quarterbacking on the stream on his phone simultaneously. I don't even know, man. I'm in the short, Papa. Short, I'm waiting. Still holding my 4 hour long. Me too. I'm still holding the 4 hour long. We'll see where it goes, right? Sometimes the best trade is no trade. Amen. I'm with that. Sitting on your hands, baby. Making sure the capital ain't getting used up in the wrong way, right? Long bottom call. Amen. Let's go. With all the pain, Sam, you changed my life. Can't thank you enough. God bless you. See, had I got depressed when my mom and dad died and decided to run offline, look at all the testimonials I wouldn't have gotten. But so many people were there to help me, and so many people were there to hold me back, hold me down, you know. Everybody remember, I teach class the last Saturday of the month, but I can't teach class this Saturday. I gotta fly. I gotta do something. Me and my family gotta go somewhere, so I gotta take a trip with the wifey and hit the QR code. All right, I will teach it April 5th, I believe. April 5th. Let me double check that. April 5th. That's weird. I'm clicking on and not coming up. There we go. Yeah, April 5th. Yes, next Saturday, April 5th. I teach class. Sign up to class. Hit the QR code. We did move it. Apologize to anyone that did sign up for the 29th. We moved it to the 5th due to some unforeseen circumstances. All right. Okay. Core is on Friday. Exactly. Let's take a look at what's happening too, because we do have some information coming at us this week. We have unemployment claims tomorrow at 8:30. That's going to move the needle. We'd like that to be up. We'd like unemployment to be up. Put more pressure on a rate hike. So let's get unemployment. It says 225, higher than previous. Let's get this at 227, 226. That would be clutch. Okay. And then we had core PCE and personal income coming in Friday at 8:30. So tomorrow and Friday at 8:30 in the morning, I would get yourself a sticky. I've used Siri. I've used all these automated systems. They don't work. I get myself a sticky. I put it on the desk, on my monitor, like on the bottom of the monitor, and I write exactly when that date will be. I'm telling you, that's very helpful. It's important. Funny, Siri's on my phone now. She's like, what do you want? So yes. All right. 86,700 for BTC. Let's take a look at the total market cap in all of cryptocurrency. Let's see if we've gotten a budge here, if it's still on support, if the altcoins are holding us down. A lot of altcoins are actually up, like Sui was pumping today. So, but man, every time they've given us like, this is like, see, they gave us a nice pattern and they're like, nope, let's rock it. Every time it looks like it's going to do something amazing, they play games with us. Like, it's getting very frustrating, I'll be honest. But I don't know, somehow I'm still able to circumvent this market. I guess they make us better traders. We can win, man. It's still math, and they can't cheat us to the math. The weekly still hit previous support as resistance. It's really a zoom out type of time. Like, we got to just look at the bigger time frames and not get carried. Even the daily and the 4 hour are going to catch us up. We got to look at the weekly and the monthly, and just the weekly's got hidden bullish, looks great. Unless we were to close a weekly candle below, 2.464 there, we got to remain bullish, right? We got to remain bullish. Yeah. Yeah. What doesn't kill us will only make us stronger. 100%. Let's take a look at the DXY. DXY looked like it was going to pump yesterday, right? And the 1 hour flag said it was going to make a bit of a move. Look, it did pump a little bit, just like it said it would. So we were low in the stochastics yesterday at the bottom of the channel, and lo and behold, we did get a bit of a pump. Now you can see the DXY inside of this, which is almost like a bullish pattern there. You could say it could go either way. Ascending triangles are 50-50. We don't need the falling wedge now. But I mean, it would be nicer to see the DXY take a hit here for real estate, for everything. But if we get a pump up, I mean, so the dollar should pump if unemployment is high, right? Because if things go well and we get inflation under control, the dollar dumps. But if we need to get inflation under control, the dollar should pump. The dollar pumps, it puts pressure on Jerome Powell to cut the rate. Right? Because then you got inflation again. You get the dollar going up in value, which makes the cost of goods go up in value. This could go either way, but it does look more bullish than bearish to me, which does put some pressure on the Fed. Very beautiful 1 minute Wyckoff distribution forming. Thank God. This stuff is beautiful. Amen. April Fool's Day. Bitcoin could be 100K and then dump. Says a fool. Yeah. Spin the block, brother. I don't know what that means. I don't know what spin the block means, but God bless you, brother. Follow me at CryptoLifer33. I'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much to all the beautiful people that do. On our way to 40,000 subscribers. This is me after a Fed week and no rate cuts. This is 1 week in crypto will do to you. That's me right there. That's what happened to me. I got old, man. I'm going to be old one day, just like that guy. That's actually me. Someone made that with my face. Crazy. But thank you for everyone that follows me on Twitter at CryptoLifer33. I'm always on Twitter, always saying something 24/7. Catch me on X, sorry, X.com. Not Twitter anymore, man. It's X, Sammy. Smarten up, kid. They're holding us down here. It does look like distribution, I'll tell you that. And honestly, it looks like a bigger inverted shoulder, giant head, shoulder, break us on out of here to the upside. Nice cup and handle here. Interesting times to be alive. I like the cup and handle. That's got me going there. Relative strength and stochastics. Stochastics look good over ease. So, wow, 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock, 1 minute chop city, chop suey. But you got to just keep using your support and resistance, and it just, you got to say this is more bearish than bullish. I don't know. It's a mess, man. Why can't you give me clean price action right now, Bitcoin? Yeah, but look at it. As I said, it's more bearish than bullish. They're going to make it hard to hold the 4 hour long, man. They're going to get a lot of people to stop themselves out, get flushed out. They're going to flush, man. That's what I see happening today. The 4 hour lose the 200 MA, though, it's a wrap, then. Like, that's a wrap. It looks likely. It hasn't happened yet, but it looks likely. They're hugging a higher low now. But for me, that was a bear flag. Look, that was a rising wedge. It broke to the downside. Very ugly. Shorts were in control when we lost the 15-minute 200 MA, which I definitely knew. I told everybody in my entire trading group knew, you lose that 200 MA, you're going to dump. And now, I mean, it just looks more and more bearish. And yes, on that 30-minute 200 MA and then the 45-minute 200 MA, which takes you to about 85.8. And then the 1 hour. You lose the 1 hour, it's a complete wrap. Like, we were just there, and I said we can't lose the 1 hour 200 MA. This was it. We held it. Let's see if we can do it again. Man. Everyone was hot to dump their money in yesterday. Yeah. Do you hedge trading with stop losses, like set both long and short on Bitcoin? I've done it a few times, not all the time though. Yeah. I'm usually pretty accurate with the direction, so I don't need to hedge. You know what I mean? People that hedge don't know where the price is going, right? So they're like, I mean, I always say I don't know where it's going, but the probabilities are good. The probabilities tell me what's likely going to happen. Like, it was likely we were going to dump when we lost. So why would I hedge, you see? Like, why would I hedge when I knew we lose the 200 MA on the 1 minute we dump? So I just sometimes, again, every once in a while, I'm tired, man. My brain, I can't flip. Think about it. You trade for a year. You can flip long, flip short, flip long, flip short, flip long, flip short. One night, you're just going to go to sleep and be like, you know what? I'm going to get stopped out tomorrow. You got to give yourself, you got to take care of the brain, man. I've learned. If you do this as much as me, you got to take care of the brain or you will get burnt out to the point of no return. You will not be able to do this for years and years and years and years like I do. Like, so sometimes you can't trade everything, man. You got to just let it go. I got to tell myself that because everyone thinks I'm the lifer and I got to live up to this persona that I've created. And everyone thinks I'm the greatest thing since sliced bread that trades everything that ever happened. And if I don't trade it, you know, so it's like, I'm like, oh, I got to do the lifer thing today. I got to keep becoming the guy that everyone thinks I am. And it gets tiring. It gets tiring. It gets tiring, right? So some days I got to be a human being and just say, hey, man, I'm beat. But that was a bear flag, man. Like, it doesn't look good. It's hard for me to short the market. You know, when I'm buying Bitcoin at 84,000, you know, it's like, come on, man. I'm going to short my long-term buys now. Like, shoulder, head, right shoulder there, you know, you can kind of see that happening too. Sammy, what MA indicator do you recommend? I just use CBC 5MA DRS. Go up here, CBC, type in CBC, God rest his soul. Type that in right there and hit Debark Arsapu. CBC 5MA DRS, right? Wow, so you came back to the 21 or near the 21 on the 5, which is just what we do when we're bearish, right? Bullish, we come back to the 21 and we pump out the flag. You buy when you're near the 21. It's a tried and true idea over and over again. Still a chance, shoulder, kind of head, somewhat right shoulder. Still a chance because the 4-hour has not lost the 200 MA. You see? We're just right on it. We just got to jump, actually. It's so crazy. Alrighty, let's take a look at the altcoins, see if there's anything out there. We'll still be battling Bitcoin. We're kind of not done with it. And Bitcoin controls the altcoins. Like if Bitcoin dumps, your altcoin dumps 90% of the time. Bitcoin pumps, your altcoin has some life. Not every altcoin, but 95% of altcoins are going to pump and dump with Bitcoin. When Bitcoin's bearish for the day, your altcoins are bearish for the day. When Bitcoin's bullish, look how it's going to be red right now in the last hour because Bitcoin's been red. AGI, nice little pump. FAI, little pump. Myth, but nothing else really to write home about. Okay, nothing too crazy. In the last day, a couple pumps, but nothing awesome. In the last week was better than the day, right? We had some movement. In the last month wasn't too bad. But the last hour, right? Not good at all. Not good at all. We take a look if there's anything out there that's kind of catching our eye. Someone asked me about Salsa Swap yesterday. That just stayed on the track there. Floki up a little bit. It did look bullish to me yesterday. Hyperliquid at 14. They're getting sold off, right? People got airdrop finally saying enough is enough. Pancake Swap at 234, holding it pretty good, but after their surge. Sonic back to 60. We put it out yesterday. It is up 60%, but pulling back already in the last, 24 hours there. V-Chain, Render, just everything kind of flat. Sui, 210, 212 buy, and it's at 256. That was a nice little move for Sui. So Sui making some gains. Kronos got some love, 28% in 7 days with that announcement by Trump Media. They want to actually make, I guess working on ETS with Kronos, something big. Bitcoin 86,660, struggling to stay alive for sure for BTC. You got to hope that higher low kicks in and we get a bounce here out of this kind of a strange cup and handle to the upside for Bitcoin. Got to get back above resistance at 87,000 to remain bullish. Okay, the top most searched coins in the last 24 hours. Nilion is a searchable coin. It went up pretty nicely. Wormholes, Layer 0. Wow, so some greenery here. Sol Layer is another one that's up 51% in 7 days. Ondo Finance, Solana, Bedrock, which is with Plume. Egan Layer, Aptos, which is up 6%. And then we got Redstone again over here. These are the most visited coins in 7 days. Nilion, Walrus. And you can change this to 7 days or to 24 hours. You can change it in the last 24 hours. We got Redstone, Nilion, Clink Finance, Chronicle. That was Wormhole, Layer 0, Elusive, ARX, Particle Network, Incentive, Walrus, Rain, Monad, Fragmetric. All right, this is how you find out what's new. Then you start researching Fragmetric. You find out what it does, what it is. You go, oh, wow, that's new. Then you see there's an ecosystem, there's liquidity, and you go, oh my gosh, this is what they're doing. And it all starts to come together and make complete sense to you. All right. We are still inside the bearish wedge. Injective looking really good. Let's take a look at Injective just because you said something. All right. But the DXY looking bullish. Like it's going to break out of this to the upside. Let's take a look at our baby gold. So gold, it continued to pump out of control, right? Honestly, the way the daily 21 is catching up to gold is quite bullish. When you look at gold, you make this flag here and a flag like so, and as it starts to get tighter, bang, right? Gold to $3,237 an ounce. Watch this flag as the 21 catches up. Looks like it has 7 or 8 days to go sideways, though. And then I see it continuing to rip. If that happens, the DXY pulls back. If the DXY pulls back, how does Bitcoin not pump? So the fundamentals are starting to show that a Bitcoin has to pump, right? Exactly. Very interesting. BERA is interesting. Yeah, BERA did well. And it was on my radar, right? We put it down here. Let's take a look at the last time I looked at BERA. And it was down here at like $4 or $5 in that flag. Wait, 630. 630 is right there here. We put BERA in this flag. It pumped huge. Then made another flag. Pumped huge again. All the way back to 819. It got the airdrop. It has an ecosystem. I was talking about BERA chain like a year and a half ago. Honestly, it's crazy. I was one of the first people to run that faucet and play around. It's playing with Bitcoin now. Like, it just looks bearish because Bitcoin looks bearish. So just, flag it out and see if it can bounce. That looks like it's going to dump all the way back to the 200 MA, the way it's looking. But you don't have to make a decision now. If it bounces and goes sideways, then we can get in. If it drops, then we can figure out a falling wedge, The key is never to chase. Set things up and take the setups in which you project. All right? Sammy, when you're dropping a 3-piece suit, lifer merch. Interesting. Injective looking really good. You're still inside that bearish wedge. Very interesting. So I lost more than 27K with loans. Rest another 20K. I feel bullish anyway. I lost more than 27K with loans. I don't know what that means. Loans? Like taking loans out in DeFi or something? IMF announced Bitcoin de facto gold. I mean, IMF, they've been such a hater, bro. Like, it's just so weird. Like, I'm so sick of that. Like, So the International Money Fund has updated its balance of payments manual, which now includes the guidance how to track cryptocurrency transactions across borders, similar to how land or spectrum licenses are tracked. The update does not, however, officially recognize Bitcoin as digital gold. So let's kind of deep dive into this news because I don't, IMF labels Bitcoin digital, not so fast as expert. So all right. Over the weekend, speculation and X claimed the International Monetary Fund had officially recognized Bitcoin as digital gold. In its newly updated balance of payments, popular influencers posted comments such as breaking has stated Bitcoin is digital gold. Not so fast. Even prominent Bitcoin advocate investor Matt Kaiser joined the fray. However, a closing reading on the 1,076-page report reveals that the sweeping claims are based on a misinterpretation of the IMF phrasing. Yeah, they've always been haters, man. According to Dennis Porter, CEO and co-founder of Satoshi Act Fund, the rumors stem from a line describing new digital assets designed to become used as means of payment. In Porter's words, it was a massive stretch to interpret in IMF declaring Bitcoin to be digital gold. Yeah, I 100% too don't, and you didn't hear me say that. I didn't run on that news, right? I didn't run on that and say that stuff. So, and there you have it, right? Max lost the sauce a while ago. I was waiting on insurance sentiment. I have another chance. Pepe missed the long. People now they're thinking, finally, I'm in a good short. Let's go. Yeah, right. They're going to wreck those shorts so bad, man. Look, I mean, you got a low, you have a high, you have a higher low now. You still got this kind of inverted head and shoulder vibe here. You can still make it. You can still make it. We got to get above this area and retest. Get above the 200 MA on the 1 minute time frame. And Bitcoin may stay alive here and still win. Lifer, when you do your show at 5 a.m., that's too early. I don't know what you're saying. I don't do it at 5 a.m. God bless you, though. Binance taking out Hyperliquid. Huge manipulation through Jelly token. Crazy, right? Alex, new member from Sweden. Shout out to the new member from Sweden. God bless you, man. Hope you're having a wonderful day out there. Shout out to every single one of you that supports me, hits the like button, comes through every single day on this channel and makes it happen. May God bless each and every one of you, and thank you so much for the love. It's unbelievable. And when you live in love, you cannot be denied. Remember, not every day is going to be perfect. I read twice today, and 2 people said it to me, that success is not linear. You don't go like this. Nobody does. You go like this, then you have some tough times. Go like this. So did I, right? Look, I woke up, went live every day. Things went really good for me. The channel grew, the trading group grew. And those days, Bitcoin tanked. I made some bad calls here and there. Today, I got stopped out. I'm not perfect. I got all the macro calls pretty spot on. I was able to keep you guys situated for anything that came at us, but I'm not perfect, right? Some days I may call, and then, you know, the market dumps. I get in my head. People leave the trading group. Someone tells me I suck. Someone else attacks me on Twitter, right? I say the wrong thing to my wife. You know what I mean? And I feel like everything sucks that day, right? And I'm just like, oh my God. But I still show up. I still do the live. And, you know, it's linear. Over the years' time, we win, man. Over the year time, we win. And if you stay consistent, you'll win. Nobody's going to be perfect every day. It's just the facts, right? Not even me. That always works. You know, I gotta pull that every time, right? The overly conceited YouTuber, you know what I mean? Like, please, man, I almost lost my life. I understand that money means nothing. You'll never see me rise up on my material goods and act high on somebody because I got money. I don't give a damn. Sorry, dang. I try not to even say damn on this channel. But man, yeah, like, life is about the essence of nature. Life's about the ones you love. Life's about caring for others and being a part of their journey. Life's about having something bigger than yourself. Life's about going after what makes you tick and what makes others tick. If money comes along the way with your success, so be it. It'll happen because if you're put together, money will follow you. It is what it is, but it's not everything, and it won't be your identity, and it won't make you amazing. If you're not amazing, money actually accentuates whatever you are. So if you're a nasty person and you're not that nice, money will make you even nastier and even more not nice. You know what I mean? If you're a really good person and you care about others, money will allow you to be even better to people and give more to them. Money will accentuate who you already are. If you're not cool and you don't know how to handle stuff and you're not humble, money will make you a pretty nasty guy. If you're a humble person and you love others and you're good, money will make you humble, and you know, you'll learn to do humble things with your money. Money will just accentuate who you already are. So you better find out who you are right now before you get money. Because if you're not situated, money's going to make it worse. That's why they say more money, more problems. The person already had more problems. The money just made the problems worse. Amen. You see what I'm saying? Attempting to find out what's happening to Bitcoin, it is a mess right now. All I can tell you is that the 4 hour didn't lose the 2 MA. We've been in chop for the last 2 hours straight on the 1 minute time frame. There's been some little scalps and some bounces, but we didn't cross a 200 MA. I didn't get a model. I'm seeing if this cup and handle can break out. A little bit of a shoulder, head, right shoulder there. Bit of an inverted head and shoulder here. We see resistance at 87,000. We got to get back above it. Bang, 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 right? Embrace the imperfection to become the perfection. Honestly, perfection is a lie. Chasing perfection will get you nowhere, but chasing consistency will make you $1 million. See, no one who's consistent can wait for perfection. If I waited perfection every day I started the stream, I'd never start the stream. For every hair to be perfect, for every tie to be on point, right? I do the best I can and I show up. I do have pants on. I am not Kevin O'Leary. I don't show up with my boxers behind a desk. I think that's disgusting. Money does not bring happiness, but money opens up the doors and opportunities to happiness. This is the exact moment it's impossible to be different than it is. The future can be different, amen. I'm so good I gave my niece $1,800, and that was my savings. That's crazy. Hey, I mean, as long as that works for you. Could have traded that $1,800, doubled it, and gave her high def, man. Now have to resave. Hey, man, God will give it back to you because you gave it away. You just did something. You just made yourself very powerful. When you give money away, money comes back to you tenfold because you've now told the universe that you're an abundance maker. You just change your energy when you give money away. Understand? When you give money away, you change your energy. Understand that? Yeah. You just decide to do something nice out of nowhere for someone, it's going to come back to you tenfold. It's going to come back to you tenfold. All right? Like today, I could do something nice right now. Look, okay, who here wants to win, let's just say, let's do something pretty big. Who wants to win $300? $300 on the table right now. I'll give $300 away to anyone on this live. Let's do it. Let's have some fun. All right. Let's have a fun way to do it. I'll write a number down here from 1 to 500. All right. I'll write a number down from 1 to 500. All right. I wrote the number down. I wrote the number down right here. Whoever gets the number, I'm going to give it to you. 1 to 500. Let's see. Let's see the numbers come in. Let's see if someone can get it. $300, man. That's awesome. That's 3 months in the group right now. Let's see what can go on. 295 337. It's 1 to 500. Oh, I almost saw it early. And if you write it, I don't see it. It's okay. I have to see it too. So don't get pissed if you wrote it. I don't go by who wrote it first. I go by however I see it because it comes in too fast. So I just want to make sure those are the rules. Just so you know. I just got to see the number. It doesn't matter if you wrote it first or not because I might not see it. That's just, this is all an act of just randomness. If people are getting close, I'll tell you what, you keep getting close. I keep seeing very close to the number. I keep seeing very close. And I only do this for a minute or two, and then we go back to the stream. I don't want to waste too much of your time, but I do want to hook somebody up and have some fun doing it. $300, man. You know how good I'm going to feel giving away $300? It's going to feel good. Oh. What's interesting is a lot of people are in the 400s, which is, I got to be honest, that's, I don't know. It's pretty interesting. I still haven't seen the number yet. At one point, I will just pick somebody if it goes too long, if I don't see the number. I've done this a few times. This rips the chat rate up, gets it going. All of you people are ready to rock. All right? Come on, baby. Come on. Man, I'd even like to win $300, man. That would make me happy. Let's go, baby. Ooh, you got real close, bro. Someone right here just got real close. Someone's got to put the number in. Someone's just going to write the number. It's going to be on them. It's so crazy, right? It's an obscure number. It's not one you would have thought in your mind, like 444, 420. They just come to your mind. No, it's not a number that would come to your mind. It's an off number. Oh, wow! I keep seeing it so close. So many 420s. Oh, you got it. I see it. I see it. Jimmy Bitcoin hit it. Jimmy Bitcoin for 413, bro. You did it. You hit 413, dude. You did it. Jimmy Bitcoin, man. Of course, Jimmy Bitcoin wins. Unbelievable, bro. You did it. You did it. Email us from here. I'm going to send you US tethered 300 bones. We'll go to your channel. Email us here. We love you. We appreciate you. Bang, bang, bang. Jimmy Bitcoin. Email us. You got 1 subscriber. Email us from this email, please. Jimmy Bitcoin, man. Congratulations, brother. You did it, man. 300 bones, man. And look at, man, life is going to go our way now, right? Now we open up a live trade, right? And we scalp Alino. Look, I do like this flag here now. That flag is bullish to me. See, look, I love about BITUNIX is I can't think. I don't have the time, right? Boom. I'm in there, though. And now I put my stop loss right there. I put my take profit at the measured move, which is going to be the line. There's no way I would have made that trade before that pump right there if I didn't have BITUNIX. It's just I would have had to think about the trade, get the parameters right. I wouldn't have a stop loss break even. That's how you make $9-10 in under 30 seconds, right? Look at that thing mooning to the upside now. Boom, boom, boom. Look, you can move the stop loss to break even on these pumps. Look, now the stop loss to break even. Bang, and now we go for the gain. This is how you do it. I'm going to do this with 100 grand, you know what I mean? I'll be up like 10 grand already in literally 30 seconds. And cover the trade, right? Look at that beautiful pump to the upside. I just gave an entry here. And again, my mind saw it instantly. See how fast my mind works? I can't teach this stuff, man. It's like instantaneous with the thought process, right? It just boom, 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 right? One after the other. You see it. Let's go, let's go, let's go. We get back above 87,000, baby. Man, this stream is pumping. 2,075 beautiful souls in the live. And shout out to all my beautiful people, man, that are fans of you know who. I know you may be here because he put you on to me. And so I'm going to carry the torch for my man. He'll be back. He'll be back. He'll be back, man. He will be back. But some things do have to come into order, man. It's I'm not All I know is thank you, dear Lord, for everything you've given me. Thank you, dear Lord, for my children, my wife, and my ability to become a family man and stay home with my wife and kids, man. I stay home with my wife and kids because I got no business being anywhere else. I don't go out with the boys. I do a poker day in an afternoon poker day. I don't drink at all. It's from like 1 to 5 in someone's backyard. I did it once with a couple dudes because my buddy was in town from Sarasota when he grew up, you know. It's so important to stay true to your family and your kids, man. If you stay true to your wife and kids, you're gonna have a great life. They're gonna keep you along. If you run away from your obligations with your wife and kids, you're gonna cause serious problems in your life. I'm telling you right now. And that's why it's really important you get to know yourself. See, what I see people is they don't get to know themselves and then they marry a woman, but they don't know themselves. And they're unhappy because they married a woman who married them that they weren't themselves. Then they become themselves and they're like, I don't like this person. This person likes the crappiest version of myself. I don't even like that version of myself. And I attracted them into my life. So that's why when you bring someone into your life, you better be at your best. Because if they love you when you're not at your best and then you become your best, you might actually begin to, it's crazy, but you actually might begin to resent them. That happens, man. That's why relationships, a lot of them dies because the person changes. And then the other, like for instance, the guy is an overeater and a drinker and his wife does it with him and they go over and finally one day he watches a video, he changes his life, he quits the drinking, he stops overeating and she keeps doing it and she doesn't see the difference and he goes, what? Wow, that was insane. That wick right there, that was nuts. It was like that was crazy candle in 1 minute. And then he changes, she doesn't. 2-3 years go by, he's like, I can't be with you anymore. Like, I'm not the same guy I used to be, you know? It's like, it's so important you get to know yourself before you bring someone into your life. That way you don't flip-flop on them. You know, it's not her fault. So, getting to know yourself is how you don't hurt others. Because you'll know how to treat people. You'll know what kind of relationship you're looking for. And you won't play games with people's hearts. Amen. You know what I'm saying? Thank the Lord that when me and my wife met, it was destined for greatness. Like our relationship was destined for greatness. It's been 20 years and I'm the happiest man you've ever seen. I love my wife so much. I'm such a Sally. I cry how much I love my wife. She's the greatest thing in my life, man. She's the greatest thing in my life. She gave me my 3 kids. She makes sure that everything goes well with the channel. She does all the support for all you people. She treats you people like you're her children. One person can't get into that Discord. She's so adamant about that. She's on that computer. She sits in the living room on the computer like all day long for this channel and for each and every one of you. While she breastfeeds, while she helps me, while she picks up my ties, helps me out, buys suits and jackets for me. Man, she's the greatest woman on earth, my wife. I don't know if there's a better woman. Her mother left when she was 3 years old. She took care of her grandmother. Look, I got stopped to break even again. I can't lose on these choppy days because I know it's chop. I'm not giving them any of my money, man, in this nasty chop. They're not going to take me for a ride until I'm ready to get my gains. This is nasty chop. But man, I just wanted to let all the men out there and women out there know, like, you're good. If you make money in cryptocurrency, which I hope you do, and you get rich, there's temptations when you're rich. When you're a man and you're rich, women will fall at you. Like, they find out you're rich, women will, and then you're going to find out how you handle temptation. Are you good at handling temptation, or are you going to fall? Look, this is now an ascending triangle that is formed. They're 50-50 patterns yet again. We either come down for the double bottom and we break down here, or we pump to the upside out of the ascending triangle. You see this? We got to bounce now here sooner than later. And again, the 4-hour never lost the 200 MA, which still puts us in position for a possible long. The second we lose that, I will flip bearish. I still got hope right now because we haven't lost that key level. And I just flipped from the 4-hour to the 1 minute right there. It's not that easy to do in a fast set, but we did it. Dang, look at black. The candles have been violent today and just look at that. Nasty. And that's a double top right there too. I mean, look at it. It's a double top. You can't get back above 87,000. We just tried it yet again. Resistance at $87,000. Resistance right there. Wicked right there. Resistance right here. Resistance right there. resistance. And now this may come to the target at 86,400, back to where we began at the beginning of the stream, where we bounced off the bottom. Bear City, man. Ugly trading day. I always wish it was a perfect day of trading where I could hit the gain and be perfect with it. Could have short. I mean, the short was right here. I would have been taking. I ought to take a profit at that double bottom by now. Maybe looking for another short, but I don't know. I got to see like the 30-minute lose to 200. Right now, that's not happening. Actually, we're getting a bounce on the 30-minute, but major wicks to the downside. Still, that's like triple bottoming. Crucial time for Bitcoin. What will happen to BTC later on? You know, we have a lot of information that tells us we're going lower, down to 85,200. I'll tell you that. Remember, you are the company you keep. You are the energy you create. If you're having a tumultuous life, a lot of stuff is happening to you. It's time to reset, calm down, and bring yourself back to brass tacks. You know what I'm saying? Like, which can be done for all of us at any moment in time. 100%. You know, it's like your trades are getting out of control. It's time to go walk in nature, man, and ask yourself, what am I doing? Why did I keep over trading? What am I risking for? Where is this need? How come I'm not going? Because here's the deal. If everyone here had a 7-year plan to get rich, they'd probably do it. But everyone has like a 2 to 3 year plan, and when it doesn't happen, they get depressed. Then they throw more money, then they get emotional, and then they get wrecked and liquidated. And in 7 years from now, they're the same guy doing the same thing they were right now because they don't have a long-term plan. You got to have a long-term plan, man. I'm not a financial advisor, but nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice, but you got to have a long-term plan. Let me say that again. You got to have a long-term plan, period. Oh, so important, right? You don't have a long-term plan, like, you're going to be part of someone else's long-term plan. Like, you see what I'm saying? If you don't have a plan, you're part of someone else's plan, period. That's it. Like, that to me, that lost the trend line, man. And there it goes. So crazy how the candle just blah, blah. It's someone opening up another target. Just blah. Or another liquidation, and then they got to buy. Or they got to sell, right? A long has to sell. You got to sell to get out. You bought to get in. You got to sell at a price that you didn't agree to sell at. And that's the key. They're going to get you to sell the price that they're trying to get. If you can't hang on, if you're too emotional, they have enough money not to be as emotional as you, so they can wreck you. Understand? They have enough money not to be emotional with you. Oh, everybody, I'm about to have a call with Ben Mala. I signed up for a call with him. And what should I ask him? Anything? Anything you want me to ask Ben Mala? Everybody out there. Oh, and I got to look at the super chats too. Or anything you guys think I should ask Ben Mala. Like, you guys, anyone out there that's really into real estate, like what should I ask him so I look like I know what I'm talking about? I mean, I actually don't want to look like I know what I'm talking about. I want to look like I don't know what I'm talking about because I want him to tell me what I'm talking about. You know? But is there anything I should ask the guy? Ask him if he has faith. You guys are crazy, man. Who is Ben Mala? He's got 1 million followers on YouTube, and he's a real estate mogul here in Florida. And I want to pick his brain about apartment buildings. Yeah. Let's take a look at the super chats and see what came in here. All right. Congrats to Master Friend. God bless. Love you, big bro. What's the bull case? Measured move for Bitcoin Weekly. We looked at that already. Thank you. Good morning, Sam. Have a great day. Love you, bro. Blessings to all the lifers in the Price family. Thank you. God bless you, Sam. Can you please look at KAITO? Yep. Sam, what MA indicator? We talked about that already. CBC 5MA. One more thing. Would you check Fetch AI? God bless. So we got Fetch and KAITO. Thank you so much for the super chats. You people are amazing. 1,078 likes on the live, too. Hey, could we be getting a bounce there for Bitcoin? Attempting to save the day yet again. Let's take a look at what KAITO's doing here. KAITO, did it continue to rip or did it dip? Oh, it went back to zero. It turned into a rugger. I don't know, man. That looks bad to me. I wouldn't even look at it anymore. Yeah, I'm all set. MoveOn.com, as my dad used to say when something was dead. It's over. MoveOn.com, get over it. It's time to keep it moving. All right, so Fetch had a beautiful pump. It's been grinding since 43, back to 55, but look, it got resistance where? The 200 MA on the 4-hour time frame. So we look for the 2-hour to be above the 200 MA, and we look for this to make a flag. Beautiful. If Fetch can flag out here, I'm going to trade it. Let it consolidate. That's a 2-hour time frame. 8 hours, 9 hours, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe even 10 hours of consolidation. And then boom, we'll have ourselves a flag. Now it could flag down. That's what we call the Twisted Sister. It's likely it stays up because it's near the 21. Previous support is resistance. Resistance, resistance, little there. We use that as support with the flip. Can we bounce off 50? Yeah, Fetch looks interesting to me. I hold a big old bag of this. This could go back to 67 and really start to moon again. Thank you for Fetch AI. Thank you for the super chat. God bless you. You're amazing. Bitcoin seems like it's low, double bottom. Now I made another double bottom off the point of control here at 86,600. Yeah, ask if it's wiser to rent out your first home while paying rent yourself somewhere else. Hey, 100%, right? Shout out to Infinite Growth. God bless you. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm a little nervous. You know, he's a big time dude, man. 500 million, you know, net worth or more. I mean, the guy lives in the biggest mansion in all of Tampa on the water. Like, he's a boss, man. He didn't get there by accident. He works super hard every single day, guys. I wish I could help him with his health, but that's another story, right? He'll do that on his own time. Look, that's a head and shoulder there that's going to break to the downside. You can see it. That's a head and shoulders. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. That's going to dump you down to 86,300 and possibly take out these lows now. I don't know. Mixed signals for Bitcoin for sure. I'm not going to claim I can see exactly what's happening here, but it does look like a bear flag now. And remember, you lost the 15-minute 200 MA. You're headed to the 30-minute 200 MA. When you lose the 30-minute, you're going to head down to the 45-minute. When you lose the 45-minute, you're going to head down to the 1 hour. When you lose the 1 hour, it's basically, I'm bearish because when you lose the 1 hour, that means this bear flag is dumping and we're headed back down somewhere to 70,000. Like, that's just... The first thing that will happen is we will lose the 4-hour 200 MA because we're dang close to it. And so all the bearishness is going to happen. The 200 MAs are going to tell us when it's going to happen. And it does look like it may happen to us. This does have an M pattern vibe. This does have a measured move somewhere back to the point of control at 84,000. It doesn't look amazing right now for folks at all. And we got liquidity all the way to the downside for Bitcoin. I'll stay long until the 4-hour breaks at 200 MA, and then I will have to skip out. And it is what it is. So you guys do what you want. I'll do what I want. And we'll reconvene back at the middle. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. Can you check Kadena, please? Thank you. We'll check Kadena, which I think is just almost not worth looking at. Yeah, it's a waste of time. No one talks about it. It went to the zero. Like, I don't know. Really? Like, you want Kadena? Like, sorry. But I say no, man. 3-day chart's not even oversold. Like, at least be like sweet and be oversold in the 3-day chart. You know what I'm saying? Like, fine, maybe it's making an inverted head and shoulder. It bounced off a bottom. But to me, it's got like a bear flag and it's oversold in the 3-day chart. That might go down. Looks like it's going to make some type of right shoulder and then break out again. You could be buying the lows. It's not like they have a team. It's a real project, but I don't know. I'm all set. I'm all set with Kadena. Yeah. There's just so much. I'd buy Ondo, Soul, and Sweet before I touch Kadena. Like, what does Kadena do? Like, no one cares about it. You know what I mean? It never really, fine. It had the pump there. It did what it was supposed to do. That was the time to sell in March, even December of 2024. We had a bull run, 46 cents all the way to $1.90. We had a bull run, everybody. We had an alt season. We done had alt season. It ended March of 2024. I don't know. People just greedy. It didn't get enough. right? It wasn't enough. I mean, there was so much money to be made there. So, and I was saying, take some profits, take some profit. People didn't want to listen. It is what it is. I could have taken more. I took enough, right? This is a bear flag that, in my humble opinion, is broken to the downside. Bearish retest right there and wants to continue to dump. This symmetrical triangle broke down. Now you got to measure and move the length of this pole. I don't see how you don't go lower. That measured move takes you to 86,000. So I am so bearish today right now on Bitcoin. It looks nasty. We never got the break back above the 1 minute 200 MA. We got rejected by it, actually. Then we slumped, and this is the entire show. This is what we did the entire show, everybody. Show started at 10 a.m. It was right here. We did this the entire show. There was some scalps, but it was really chop city the whole entire time. 2 hours of intense chop on a Wednesday where we usually have great liquidity. And they dumped a beautiful bull pennant on the 4-hour time frame. You tell me, man. Tezo, sorry. Guys, I'm done. I'm out of here, man. Why do you got to do that? What long term for Rezos? Last bull market was bad for. I don't care about Rezos. I don't even think about it. I don't even want to talk about it. Sorry, Sinanche. It's not on my radar, man. Also, Tezos is a piece of garbage, man. I'm being honest with you. I bought Tezos in the ICO of 2017, man. The coin never really did what it was going to do. It's boring. It's whack. Yeah, like, let's get real. Like, this coin's been around for 7 years and it's done nothing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, enough is enough. Like, and I'm not blaming you. I'm saying enough for them. Like, come on. Like, it's just like Tezos? Really? Like, Tezos? And I firmly believe, like, when the market comes back, everything come back. But you're going to have to wait all this time. They market it, this coin. No one markets it. No one knows about it. There's going to be 100 other projects, newer, bigger, better, with more volume. And you're going to be praying that this thing gets back to $2.10. Like, I would cut this thing off and move on, man. But again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. But that's how I look at it. It's just garbage. But let's celebrate the live stream. We were able to help someone out. $300. Hook them up. Right? Yeah, we're not in a bear market. That's not true. Yeah. Lance says we're in a bear market. Careful, everyone. I firmly disagree. We're not in a bear market till we lose the daily 2 to May. Then you're in a bear market. We're close. We're on the verge. Bear markets can begin this way. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. There's a chance. You have to be open-minded that anything is possible. All right. What does he think about the 10-year Treasury yield keeping mortgage rates high? Does he think the Fed will be able to lower them to stimulate the real estate industry? Sales in real estates are low right now. Yeah. But I use the DXY, and the DXY topped out right here. Look. Which told me that real estate sales should, you know, the mean home for a home should start to climb back up if you have a loss in the dollar bill. And that was the top right there. Again, we'll see what happens, and we'll go from there. All right. Everybody, thank you so much for jumping on in. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. I don't know how I do this show every single day. I really don't. Honestly, I get scared before the show almost every day. I'm like, man, how am I going to talk for 2 hours? What am I going to say? Am I going to win my trade? Are they going to judge me? What's going to happen? I seriously have no idea how I pull it off every single day, but I think it's because each and every one of you are awesome to me. You're good to me. You treat me with love and respect, and so I show up every single time. May God bless each and every one of you. I wish we could have had a better stream when it comes to making the gains on the stream. But man, we've made a lot of gains the last 3 weeks. It's been awesome. We can take a couple lull days here and there. We'll be all right. Everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. And I'll catch you on the next live stream. Remember, everybody, you know, every multimillionaire, billionaire, someone that's changed their lives, even the school teacher that makes 60 grand a year, but she's doing what she loves, you know, the secret to success, she knows it. You know what it is? You know what the secret to success is? Do you know what it is? Hold on. There is one secret to success. Oh my God, if you knew it, I think you'd be on your way. I think you'd probably become successful like sooner than later. You know what the secret to success is? It's right here. Hold on. Let me write it down. I'm going to write it down so you can see it. All right? You know what it is? You know what the secret to success is? Do you? It's getting started.